If you've ever wondered what cybersecurity actually is, let's begin by clearing up what it isn't. It isn't fighting hackers in real time, it isn't breaking into system, and it's definitely less dramatic than what most people make it appear. I work as a cybersecurity analyst at a large enterprise, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain what this field genuinely involves, beyond what a textbook or a certification will tell you. By the end, you will understand what cybersecurity really is and if this is something that you want to pursue. Cybersecurity can be understood through three core layers: people, technology, and process, often abbreviated as PTP. And this framework isn't new. The industry has relied on it for years, and sometimes referring to it is like the golden triangle. Understanding how these three layers reinforces one another is the foundation for everything in cybersecurity. So let's begin. The first layer is people. In any organization, employees represent the most vulnerable point in a security posture. I want to make it very clear that this is not a question of competence. People are not machines, and human error is bound to happen. Fatigue, distractions, and the demand of everyday life all contributes. And most employees don't arrive at work focused on cybersecurity, nor should they have to. That gap is precisely what attackers exploit. For a security professional, this defines two priorities: ensuring that our colleagues are educated and vigilant against phishing, and maintaining a strong email security control to reduce the threat that reaches them in the first place. While people are prone to human error, technology offers that consistency, but only when it's configured correctly. This is why organizations devote considerable amount of effort onto their firewalls, antivirus, email filtering, and other similar tools. These systems scan for threats and generate alerts. However, you can pick the best firewall, you can pick the best antivirus, you can configure it to the best of your ability and have an amazing IT team behind you. However, it cannot stop a user from voluntarily entering their credentials into a fake website. The third layer, and the most often overlooked in my opinion, is process. Process refers to documented procedures that govern security. I am talking about password policies, documentation, incident response plan, and reporting protocols. Think of these as the safeguards that take over when people and technology fail. In my professional opinion, taking process seriously will accelerate your growth a lot faster than any other area. Now, within cybersecurity, the work divides broadly into two functions, and that is red team and blue team. The red team operates on offense, conducting penetration testing, social engineering, and vulnerability research to identify weaknesses before a bad actor does. This is the work most people associate within the field, largely because of how it is portrayed in films and in TV. However, the blue team operates on defense, monitoring systems, detecting threats, and responding to incidents. In efforts, the blue team puts the technology and process layer into practice. And here's the reality. It's worth understanding this very, very clearly. Most newcomers are drawn to the red work because of its visibility. Yet, the majority of available roles in the market are actually blue team. Nearly every organization needs defenders. And again, it's also worth taking note that most careers begin on the blue side. And even in level entry help desk role, that defensive mindset matters the most. Red team positions typically follow several years of defensive experience. The majority of senior red teamers began on a blue team. So if you land a help desk role as your first IT job, you're on the right track. And just for the keyboard warriors, there is something known as the purple team, and that is a combination of both. However, for most people entering this field, the realistic and the most advisable starting point is defense. If you're considering entering this field with little to no experience, the next video, I am going to present a clear and practical roadmap for entering this industry as efficient as possible. That path does not rely on accumulating certifications or completing online boot camps or even enrolling into college. I'm going to walk you through a full, approachable roadmap in the next video.